Good evening to everyone and all. So, Girideepam Business School is organizing the international webinar on the topic Artificial Intelligence and Application. The main speaker of the webinar is Mr. Rajesh Karthik, Senior Program Manager, Bosch, Singapore. So, we are going to start the meeting, and now I request Dr. C. Jayachandran, Principal, Girideepam Business School, for the welcome speech.
Warm greetings and good evening to all the participants of the webinar on Artificial Intelligence and Applications organized by Girideepam Business School. My duty is to welcome today's chief guest, Mr. Rajesh Karthik, and other dignitaries to this event. So, I take this opportunity to welcome our resource person and chief guest, Sri Rajesh Karthik, Senior Program Manager, Bosch, Singapore, Reverend Father Varghese Tharamuttom OIC, Director of Girideepam Institutions, coordinators of this webinar, Dr. Roshni Philip, Srimati Thanya S. Nair, Sri Monsi Kuriakos, and faculty members of GBS, Principal Professor Johny sir, and faculty members of GIAL, and also all the participants from various institutions. I would like to make a special mention of Mrs. Sulu Naushad, our former student, presently working as Director, Finance and Sign Video, Digital Arts Academy for Deaf at Kerala Startup Mission, Technopark. A warm welcome to Mrs. Sulu Naushad. I would welcome Sri Vinayachandran B S, who is a certified sign language interpreter, who works in collaboration with World Health Organization for providing accessible information in Indian Sign Language. Now, I would like to introduce today's resource person, Sri Rajesh Karthik. Rajesh Karthik is working as a Senior Program Manager of Bosch Engineering and Business Solutions, Singapore. He leads the Enterprise IoT Platform and Solution Group. He has been instrumental in setting up the Competence Center for BPM, Industry 4.0, IoT Solutions, BRM, and Bosch IoT Platform products. He holds postgraduate degree in Information System from Bharathidasan University and currently pursuing his PhD in Industrial IoT from Alagappa University, Karaikudi. Working with IT industry for over 16 years, Rajesh has a well-rounded experience with roles in IT, project management, program management, and business development. Prior to Robert Bosch, worked with the Center for Development for Advanced Computing, CDAC, India. His areas of expertise, IoT and 14.0 solutions for manufacturing, logistics, and retail. Rajesh has extensive experience in managing large global projects, bringing delivery and operational efficiencies with a strong focus on P&L. He is passionate about building high-performance technology, focused teams that strive for market leadership through innovation. He holds special interest in areas of advanced development topics of Industry 4.0, artificial intelligence, and blockchain. So, we are lucky to have him as our resource person today. Once again, I cordially welcome you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite Reverend Father Varghese Tharamuttom OIC, Director, Girideepam Institution, for the felicitation speech.
Good evening to all the participants. As the director of GBS, I am Father Varghese Tharamuttom, along with the principal Jayachandran sir and the teaching staff here, would like to welcome you to this webinar. I hope and I wish you all the best. Hope that it will help you a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, Father. So before we begin our today's talk, let me once again remind you that everybody should mute your audio and video. They can then during the question and answer session you can unmute. So now I welcome Mr. Rajesh Karthik for the talk. Sir, I welcome you.
Okay. Okay, good evening, everyone. You're able to see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good evening, and thanks to management of Girideepam Business School, and also all the coordinators, including Danya, Dr. Roshni, and Mr. Munsi, also the interpreter from All Kerala Association of Deaf, Mr. Vinayachandran. Thanks for participating and helping us. Okay, mainly we will cover the introduction part today. In case if my voice is breaking, please ping me in the chat. I will go through maybe slowly on the artificial intelligence kind of introduction. Plus, I will also explain the applications where it is used widely. And in the end, we will have a quick question and answer round where we will discuss more about your queries or any clarifications. Okay. To begin with, basically we are talking about artificial intelligence for various fields. And to start with, one of the premium field where we are looking artificial intelligence is where the self-driving. Okay, most of my examples are related to automotive field because I work for Bosch and we majorly work towards automotive area. So this is the first example before we start the session. If you are the person designing this self-driving car, autonomous car, or the driverless car, if you are designing this, how you will design? Because we are telling that this is going to be run by artificial intelligence. First thing, this is the first picture. It is mentioned in case of failure. For example, there is a brake failure in the car. It is a driverless automated car. What the car needs to do? Either car needs to turn left and hit the pedestrians, or car should hit directly the concrete wall. Because the brake is failure, we have two options. Either car can hit the passengers, these are strangers, they didn't do anything, it might hit them, or car might hit the concrete wall and killing all the passengers and the car owners. So what to decide? So this is a typical intelligence what we have in human, and this is what we are trying to implement as an artificial intelligence. In the world, a lot of regulations and a lot of things going around this artificial intelligence. From the MIT Institute, they built a software and it's a survey called Moral Machine. It's called Moral Machine. So they are collecting this information across the world to find out how this particular scenarios, different scenarios, how the self-driving car should work, how the artificial intelligence needs to be built. For example, in this case, they have 13 different scenarios. So in case if you go there, it might hit the kid or it might hit the concrete wall. Like this, so many decisions are being collected and they analyzed, and this is what they are building as a self-driving car in future, how it will work. This is one example how to build this kind of intelligence into car, into our mobile phones, into our televisions or any device. So last week, Airbus, the famous airline company, built completely pilotless flight. It took off and it flew for a few miles and again landed without any pilot operation. So this is also the lot of research going on this AI area. So this you can later you can check. I will share all these links. I will share the presentation slides. You don't need to note down anything, but you can try out later about how this moral mission and how this human intelligence is being built in the artificial intelligence. Okay, coming back to our slide. Second, last week, that is July 20th, Kerala government already launched a course for all the graduates in Kerala to go through this artificial intelligence. The government itself, it's a pilot and pioneer in all the initiatives. This government in across India, first government to announce a direct artificial intelligence course. The course contains 776 hours of contents and materials, mainly on developing machines for gaming, speech recognition, language detection, and robotics. This is part of Additional Skill Acquisition Program, ASAP Kerala. They created this course and they are rolling out in Kerala. This is very interesting. People interested, go for this course, which will give you so much insights and will create job opportunity for the students. Okay, today's agenda, we are going to see what is AI, what are all the type of AI, and what is the major building block in the AI, that is machine learning, and various type of machine learning, and where the AI is being used and where it is applied in today's world, where we are looking forward, how to build a career. So if I want to be a AI developer, or if I want to be in one of the AI domain in future, what I need to do. So I'm going to give some tips, then we will summarize, and as I mentioned, we will have a short question and answer session. Okay. First, few facts about artificial intelligence. AI powered voice assistants. So voice assistants like Siri, what we use in Apple iPhone, and like Alexa, Amazon Echo, and also they have Google has a Google Home. Lot of voice assistants are being built. It is expected to grow up to 8 billion in 2023. And by 2025, AI market is expected to grow up to $60 billion. Also in Alexa, we are using Alexa as a voice assistant, where we will ask play music, what is the weather, what is the latest news, this kind of skills. So each one is called skills. In US alone, we have 66,000 skills. Like I can say, Amazon buy washing powder, Amazon order a milk. All these skills are built now. So people are using extensively, particularly in US. And AI is expected to grow up to 15.7 trillion by 2030. And this is from MIT again. And AI can improve and increase the business productivity by 40%. The number of AI startups in the last 20 years grown 14 times. Lot of AI startups. India alone, we have 128 startups focused on AI. Out of major focus, we have 128 companies working on AI part. And in 2000 onwards, we have six times we grown in the number of companies. And we are already using 77% of our device, mobile, or your car, or your television, anything, washing machine, or any home appliances, will have 77% of AI. 77% of devices will have an AI in either form. You may not know directly it is AI, but you will get some type of components within these devices. Lot of myths about AI. AI can be completely objective and bias free? No, because AI also again built by human. So all those biases what human has, the development team has, those bias still there. So we just now discussed about moral mission based on the scenarios how we built. So AI will work same way. And machine learning and artificial intelligence, same thing. No, AI is completely different from machine learning. If you want to know, machine learning is a subset of AI. And third one is like AI is resource intensive. It is very large companies only can do. Small companies cannot do AI. It's all myth. AI can be built by anyone based on the work what we are going to do. Okay, and there is also AI going to replace a lot of low-skilled manual job like clerical job, repeated works, repeated jobs, whichever we are doing, it is going to replace in the near future. No, if we build AI in a complex way, it is going to replace all the complex tasks like doctors, even lawyers. All those things can be replaced by AI in future, not immediately. AI will eradicate jobs that creates. So there are also, sorry, lot of rumors that once AI comes, it will kill the job market. People will get problems. It's not, because it is also mentioned by 2020 this year. Unfortunately, we got COVID. Otherwise, AI could have created more jobs, because lot of job opportunity in AI, it created more than what people thought it will kill. So it will create more job. What is AI? We are all thinking, okay, this is a terms used widely across our colleges and wherever we go for seminars, symposiums, everyone talking about artificial intelligence. What we think when we think about artificial intelligence, we think, I think we have seen all the English movies and our Indian movies, robots will come. It's like human, it can able to talk, it can able to think, has emotions, can make decisions like humans, it can kill people, and even in South Indian movies, AI can dance, AI can make all the jokes. It's all the phenomenon or all the things which we want in future. But current AI, we are mostly looking into the day-to-day problems. So we are not going to build like a chitty in the Robo movie of Rajini. We are not going to build something like Ex Machina, which will attack, which will understand all those things. So this is a belief, okay, AI means like this. According to Wikipedia, it's a huge definition. AI, sometimes called machine intelligence, it can demonstrated by machines, and it can display the humans and animals kind of intelligence. It can be intelligent agents, lot of lines of definition for AI, according to Wikipedia, if you browse it. But in simple terms, AI is artificial intelligence is in development of computer systems. So what we are telling machine, basically it's in computers that are able to perform tasks that would require a human intelligence. Some examples like human has visual perception. I can see things. I can speech recognition. I can understand if someone speaks. I can do decision making at different scenarios. I can understand translation between various languages. All these things we try to replicate with a machine without human intervention. I can build a system that can able to see something and understand something, and it can translate. So what we are trying to develop in the computers should work as a human intelligence. But unfortunately, so far we have not understood completely about human intelligence. A lot of theories, a lot of studies going on, but still no one can decrypt the human intelligence, how our brains are working, how it understands things, how it learns new things. None of the study revealed the exact scenario, how the human intelligence working. So we are trying to accomplish some part of human intelligence in the way of artificial intelligence. Okay, and artificial intelligence is not a new topic. Earlier in 1950, something called Turing test. It was developed by Alan Turing in the year 1950, and he's actually basically built an tic-tac-toe. What we play in the paper, we play tic-tac-toe. He tried to build an simple application called tic-tac-toe, and he put two machines, one human and another one system. He will not be knowing who is playing, but he tried to understand how the human thinking is built for the systems. So as I mentioned, it's a very old paper. You can also download. This is basically available in the, he's Alan Turing. One moment, I'll open. This paper released in 1950 in the journal, October 1950. The paper name is called Computing Machinery and Intelligence. He released a paper, how computer can think like a human. So it's a mind in the journal, Psychology and Philosophy. He released the paper. So what we are talking today, it's not something new. They were discussing 70 years before whether the machine can think and it can respond like a human being. You can download this paper, is available. I will also send you the link later. And followed by Alan, in 1955, the real term artificial intelligence was coined by John McCarthy. There were intelligent machines. They were talking about science and engineering of making intelligent machines, and they coined this term artificial intelligence. How the machine can be intelligent and it can respond to human. Over the period of 1950 to 1966, we had a chatbot, industrial robot, all small products they built in the AI. Until 1966, we got the robot which can be used in basically a simple manufacturing robot. After between 1966 1997, not much were developed because we didn't had a lot of computing power. We didn't have memory. So not unlike today, we have terabytes and petabytes of data. At the time, we didn't had that much memory. The computers were very slow, and it was having very, very minimum computing capability. Unlike today, we have hi-fi processors were not there. So it was completely put under winter. So basically, in developed countries, they call winter means they don't do much. So around 30 years, there were a lot of automation projects were done, but AI took a little backseat. In 1997, IBM built a Deep Blue. That's a computer, supercomputer they built, and that played a chess. So it's like a board game chess. It played against the world champion, Garry Kasparov, and the computer won. That created a spark, that created a whole new thinking of AI, and followed by, there was an Cynthia Brazil. There is an MIT introduced an emotionally intelligent robot. It can talk. The eyes can even understand your feelings, and it can understand the people feelings and respond based on your facial expression. Later, we had multiple developments like Aibo. I will not go through all. Aibo, Sony created a pet. It's like a dog, which you can use it as a pet, which you can have pet as a dog. And Roomba, in 2002, they released a vacuum cleaner that will automatically roam around your house and clean the house. And we got in iPhone 4S, we got a facility called Siri, where Siri is like a human being. You can ask question, it will reply the answers based on natural language processing. It will understand your language and it will answer. 2011, IBM created an answering machine called Watson. Still, this Watson is available on the internet. You can go and ask any question. It can reply within few seconds or few microseconds. There were other developments like Alexa. As I mentioned, it's an Amazon's voice assistant, which you can buy it, Alexa on Amazon Echo, which can answer so many questions. And the questions are basically process your natural language processing. It will understand your question, and you don't need to train this. Basically, Alexa, it will automatically collect the words from you and process it, and it can give you the result. Microsoft also released a chatbot called Tay. It was implemented in social media, and it was stopped because it was giving offensive racist comments, because it can learn fast about social media, understand all the social media feeds, and it will learn all the the things it should not learn, and it was giving some racist comments. So they stopped this Microsoft chatbot Tay. And last, the recent one was AlphaGo. It's a Google AI. There is a Go game. Go is another board game similar to chess, but it's a board game. It was again owned by AlphaGo is a software which AI mission actually beaten the world champion KG. So this is another application. These are the total timeline and history from 1950 to now, and we are going to see moreover the other application in the next steps. Okay, sorry. Which countries are leading this artificial intelligence? The top 9 countries, including India, investing a lot of things on AI, and we have so many startups and enterprises working on AI topic, and they are building so many AI solutions for the world. And other countries like Israel has the highest number of, other than this listed countries, Israel has a highest number of AI companies, and they are leading, and France. So particularly China and US is investing so much on AI compared to any other countries. China has a huge number of applications which will develop again using AI and machine learning. What are all the top companies in the AI race? As we all know, Google is the highest number of AI related solutions, and Apple, for example, the iPhone has so many AI features, and they are building many, even AI's car. Apple is building an Apple car. They are self-driving car. They are also building it. And another company, DeepMind. Amazon is doing a lot of things in AI in the e-commerce sector. Baidu from China is doing a lot of things related to AI in China. Microsoft investing huge money on building the AI technologies and AI solutions. As we discussed, IBM, NVIDIA is the core company. They make processors for AI. And Facebook also doing so many new features in AI, and other Chinese company, Tencent, and OpenAI working on one of the, again, premium company working on AI topics, and it is also invested by a famous venture capitalist, Elon Musk. Okay. What are all the types of AI? So I think we might have already understood. AI, as I said, is basically as a science and engineering, excuse me, making computer that behaves like a human. That's what we need, and it builds within human intelligence and act and respond decisions making without human intervention. Okay, to simple terms, we want to build how the human working into a machine. We have multiple stages in AI. So what we have today is called narrow intelligence, artificial narrow intelligence, called ANI. Basically, it helps to do some sort of task and without self-expand functionality. So you say a robot, you do this in a manufacturing company, you do boring in the particular metal, it will completely boring that continuously for 24 hours. It will not think anything. If you give the metal piece, it will do the boring. That's all it will do. So most of the things what we are doing today is repeated task we are giving to AI, and we are collecting more data from the human, more data from the machines. That is what we are doing today, the artificial narrow intelligence. It will basically jobs enhanced. It outperforms human in specific repetitive tasks. You cannot beat robot because it will work faster and it can work 24 hours. If you build the robot, unlike human can't work for 24 hours, the robot can work continuously without stopping. And the errors, human are bound to make some kind of errors. The AI robot or AI system will not make robot. It will do the exact precision. If you say you do this, it will exactly do that. So the human errors are reduced. So basically it is used to enhance the today's jobs. Whatever we are trying to do in the AI field, for example, natural language processing or any image processing, all those things are what we are doing today is artificial narrow intelligence. The next stage is called artificial general intelligence. All the companies are investing to do this task. This is little more than repetitive works. It works like a human. It can understand the environment. It can understand the people, and it can understand the other machines. It can basically respond to other machines, and it can work like a human. This is what they wanted. And it is currently expected by 2040, not in near future. It takes another 20 years. It might come early, but still it's a long way to reach that kind of general intelligence. Third one, we are talking about artificial super intelligence. So it can demonstrate beyond human capabilities. What as a human can't do, it can do beyond that. We are not reaching that stage. We might go to the stage after we actually get into AGI. So this case, the humanity is at risk, where it can outperform. It can do beyond human. It can beat human in everything. But that is very, very far from today's reality. So it is not going to be soon in 2050 or 2060. It is very far. So we don't even discuss about artificial super intelligence. We'll be discussing more on ANI and AGI in today's world. Okay. What is this weak narrow AI? As I mentioned, it can do understand the specific situation and respond. It cannot think himself. For example, the playing chess, it knows n number of moves. It will be feeded with all the possible moves. So every move, it has a millions of move from the point of chess in the player, but it cannot think or predict at this moment what the next person going to move. And it can do other virtual assistant like Siri, Alexa, Google Assistant. All these things will be take input from you and process in the server side, understand the answers and reply to you. And the other one, what as I mentioned, repeated robos, the robo arms in the industry, which can do the repetitive task and it can respond to the task. And even the self-driving car, what we have today, whatever the rolled out and whatever the testing is kind of weak narrow AI or narrow AI because it can respond to currently trained, only the trained scenarios. It can't understand the new scenarios. So as a human, we are training this car to understand the scenarios and respond to it. Again, we just discussed about general AI, which is expected in another 20 years, which can even go beyond human. It can able to think. It can able to order a human saying you have to do that. And this is where people are thinking it might take over some jobs in 2040 or 2050. But so far, no real life example. It comes only in the movie. Like if you take a movie called Her, there is a movie called Her, or if you see Ex Machina, all those movies explains about it can think, it can understand what you are going to do, and it can attack, and also all those things comes in AGI. We don't discuss more about ASI because we are not yet reached that stage. So just to recap, we have AI, what we understood, we have 3 different types: narrow intelligence, artificial narrow intelligence, ANI, artificial general intelligence, artificial super intelligence. What the terms mainly used along with AI in all the business and all the courses, all those discussions, seminars, symposiums, machine learning and deep learning. Okay. How it is related, artificial intelligence and machine learning and deep learning. As we already discussed, artificial intelligence that can sense, that can understand reasoning, that can do the knowledge reasoning, that can do planning, that can act and adapt changes. That's a whole lot what we want to achieve, the ASI or AGI. But currently what we are doing mostly, the machine learning. Basically machine learning is totally subset of artificial intelligence. Machine learning is set of algorithms. So based on the data, for example, if you see the definition, ML is subset of AI. It can basically understand based on the data. So machine learning is a lot of algorithms. We are going to see a few algorithms. It refers to building algorithms and reading from the data and providing some kind of results out of the data. So we use algorithms and understand the machine learning, kind of classification, regression, clustering, association, and prediction, categorization. So these are the things we use machine learning. We mainly use R. There is a language called R, or we use Python to do this algorithms in machine learning to act based on the data. Basically provides statistical tools. So machine learning provides statistical tools to explore the data as part of AI. Next term what we use, deep learning. It is again subset of machine learning, which is multi-layered neural networks learn from vast amount of data. So deep learning is again basically mimicking the human brain. Human brain consists of a lot of biological neurons. So the human brain contains a lot of neurons. And when we speak or when we see something or when we understand, when we learn something, we basically refer to our past experience. Our brain stores all those memory from the childhood. So if you speak different languages, then you have all those languages in your brain. It is all stored as a neuron. So when someone asks some question to you, it goes back to your neurons and triggers that from your memory cortex, and it replies as a voice or as replies as action. This is what they are trying to create, mathematical neurons using deep learning. So if you understand the term called neural networks, basically creating a mimicking the brain cells. So this is called a deep learning. We are going to see a little more about all these terms in the next slides. Okay, as I said, machine learning basically refers to a building algorithms that reading from the data. Okay, so we will see more about machine learning today, and we will also see before that artificial intelligence has several parts. One is the machine learning, as we just now discussed. Machine learning, which is basically statistical algorithms to get the learnings from data. So it's called a deep learning, supervised learning, unsupervised learning, a lot of things are there. Another big part in the artificial intelligence is natural language processing, like text generation, question answering, classification, machine translations. These are called NLP in short form, natural language processing. So this is where all the voice assistants and all those voice assistants working with that, Siri and all has this based on this process. And also text generation. Now AI can write a lot of novels. You go to AI writer, I'm just referring to some examples parallelly. You just go to AI writer. You can create a unique text article. For example, as a student, if your lecturer is giving write article about COVID-19, you just go and submit the headline. Your AI will create an article around 5 pages with reference and same research paper format. It will take maximum 4 minutes to create the article. From entire learning from internet, it will learn all those contents and it will create a unique, and it's a plagiarism free. It will not have any plagiarism. It will write. And AI can create poems. It can create English poems today. So all those things are done with AI writer. So it's all natural language processing. It can create a text generation. It can do question answering. So you can build all the answers and the different kind of questions. We can able to answer it. That is a whole lot of area called natural language processing. Next one is expert systems. We are talking about a lot of expert systems like banks, financials. They can able to build expert systems. Manufacturing can use these expert systems. Speech to text, text to speech is also possible in the live. So we are also discussing on a lot of applications. Now you can talk to your car. Now you can talk to CD, some Alexa somewhere. It's all possible. And image recognition, vision. So if you give a picture to one website, it can immediately pick what kind of picture. It can talk about that picture. And if you want, basically, if you want to feed the serial, for example, if you feed the 3 hours of serial on English serial or video content to the AI machine, it can understand, it can watch the entire serial and it can tell you the story by voice. It is also possible. It can write content or it can create an overview or summary out of that video. It is also used in planning. It is used in robotics. These are the major AI fields. We are going to see in detail. And in the machine learning, as I mentioned earlier about machine learning, is one of the core part now, what we are building all these AI and AI applications using machine learning. So in the machine learning, 3 kind of scenarios or 3 kind of problem classes, what we do today. One is descriptive. Descriptive means what happened. So after something happened, it can understand what went wrong, why it went. It can analyze all those logs, all those activities, and it can tell you that it is descriptive, more kind of postmortem of what happened. And the next one is predictive. It can tell what will happen. Based on the past data, it can tell you what will happen. And the next one is little more is prescriptive. It can tell you if it happens, what you need to do. Okay, what you need to do in future. For example, the product recommendations and what if analysis and all. You take an example, car. You have a car, you have some problem with the car, you go to service center, they can analyze and tell you this is because of this problem. Clutch plate is not working, something like that. Then they can understand from the machine, from the car. The another one is predictive. What you will do, we will know that something will happen to car every 6 months or every 10,000 kilometers. We go and service the car. This is predictive. Prescriptive is it will tell you what will happen in future and what you need to do for that. It is very useful in banking, financial sectors, and even the manufacturing segments. Which machine is going to be failure in future, it can tell you. When it comes to machine learning, what we use today, 3 kind of learnings: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning or semi-supervised learning. Supervised learning is basically based on the training data. You build a system and you train the system with the training data. Okay, I will show you in example just a few minutes. We will train the data and we will explain how the small child will learn new things. It will ask so many questions. Your daughter or son will ask you so many questions. Why it is like that? Why it is like that? What is that? What is this? Because during the learning phase, they will grasp all those things and they will build it. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry. The A is something like a small child. In the supervised learning, we continuously teach the system. We train the system to understand something. If you are speech, then you have to continuously give speech. If it is image, you have to give so many images and teach it. Unsupervised learning, we don't teach that, but it can Using algorithm, it can categorize into different things without training data. So training is based on the existing things. Another one is reward driven, that is called reinforcement or semi-supervised learning. We will see more about it, don't worry. It's all jargons. Supervised learning means if I build a system, for example, if I'm building a system to understand the image, take cat. If my system want to learn, if I show the cat picture, it needs to tell it is cat. I will show all kind of cat pictures. So what they'll do, they will take millions of cat picture and show it to the system. In the sense they feed into the system and the cat might look like this, look like this. Then it will create a, basically algorithm will create the characteristic. Cat means it has to be round face and it has a long ears. It has a tail. It maybe has a lines in the stripes in the skin. It may be furry. They will create all this training data. Then after training so much millions of cat pictures, if I show the cat picture, basically the AI system will tell it's cat. This is called supervised learning. You might have already experienced when you work in internet CAPTCHA. So what is CAPTCHA is basically it will ask you to select all the pictures of bridges, select the pedestrian cross, select the traffic signals. All these pictures, how it understands, someone fed into this. For example, in this example, these three are cars. This is someone basically recorded it. Also, I see a lot of jobs coming in Instagram and Facebook. They online capture work. What they will give you, they will give you thousands of lakhs of pictures. You need to identify what it is. So you need to store it. This is the biggest industry growing now. For example, in self-driving car, when the car is driving, the camera will see the signboards like speed limit and pedestrian crossing. And I will teach the system in our company. What we do, we teach this. This is a round red line and with a number and white background. If you see in right side in this particular country, and you have to adjust your acceleration to that number. 50 kilometer, then automatically car will reduce the speed or increase the speed to 50 kilometer if it is going high. This is basically called supervised learning. Okay, if I show thousands of millions of cat pictures, then the system will understand cat, what is cat, how the cat looks. So if you see in Kerala, there is a company called InFocus in Manarkad. In Manarkad, Kerala, they are doing huge projects. Mainly what the job is, the customers from Europe and US, the car companies will give the car videos, car pictures to them. They will actually market which is car, which is truck, which direction it is going. They will mark, for example, what is the symbol and parking. All these things, they drag it and drive it. This is a job. Where my previous company, I worked for some time in Mercedes, the Daimler, we had 600 people working on this particular area where it's called annotation. They will annotate all the jobs. In the city, they will annotate all. So in the night, which are car, which are people, we need to annotate. So huge companies working on these kind of projects. All these things, for example, these are the signals, traffic signals, and different signals they will annotate. So many companies from India working on these kind of things. Basically, this will be used in the car systems to understand the driving. This is the way self-driving car is working. They are not in AGI. They are still in ANI, artificial narrow intelligence. So we need to teach. We need to teach the system to see some image. For example, I'm talking about image system. It has to learn all those things and it will come back. If you also use an application called Quick Draw, this is by Google AI. If it's a table, then I can draw a table. So I will draw like this. So you might have already seen this application. Sorry. Yes. So it will answer whether what I'm driving. So, what I'm drawing. So now it understood it's a table. So I need to draw what exactly it is. So when I draw, then it can understand. So it has all those drawings. So thousands of people already drawn this. For example, if I take an apple, there are millions of people already drawn the apple in a different formats. See, 1,39,898 people already drawn apple in a different ways. So the system will learn all those things. So if I draw one new apple, even if it like this, it will understand it is apple. So this is called supervised learning. You train the system with so much data and tell that this is particularly this, then you get this. Basically, you build the AI system and AI system will work in future. This is a way called supervised learning. Basically, you fed the data, you train the data so that system can work. So it's not a human intelligence. Still, it is narrow intelligence. Second one called unsupervised learning. In this, I will not teach what is apple, what is banana, what is apple in a different color. I will not teach. But unsupervised learning, basically, it will find out similar items. It's called in algorithms, if you're reading statistics, it's clustering, categorization, clustering. Basically, it is used and it can find out different, and finally, it can understand it's a different groups, it can cluster. Today, you fed the swab test of people affected COVID and not affected COVID. If you train all those data into the system, it can group into people affected in COVID, not affected in COVID, or people who created antibiotics. It can differentiate that. That is called unsupervised learning. This is also used in various medical terms and to identify whether the particular patient is affected by cancer, skin cancer. It can understand basically by providing their MRI or based on the scan. These are the two major supervised learning and unsupervised learning. The next one is called reinforcement learning. This is little advanced. The system will, the AlphaGo, whatever I explained in history, the AlphaGo, which beat the Go game, was built with reinforcement learning. So you will give an input to the system, and the system will find out based on the past data. It says it mango, then you will say it is wrong. Then you give a less reward point. Then you teach them it is apple. So it will note, okay, this is apple. Like it's a like kind of R&D. It will continuously will show so many things, and you will actually explain to him as a system, explain to that. Then it will build the reinforcement learning. It is also used in the car, the self-driving car. Some part of reinforcement learning also used. In the machine learning, what we learned about supervised learning, where you train the data, and based on the data, if the new input comes, the system can understand what it is. System can do some decisions based on that. Unsupervised learning, it is basically clustering. It will not understand what it is, but it will group based on certain parameters. Third one is reinforcement learning. So these are the different learning algorithms: regression, decision tree, random forest, classification. And in supervised, we use clustering algorithms. These are the algorithm names. I will not go into all these things because it's, again, it's an algorithm. We may not complete it in short time. You can go through, I will give you the links where you can understand about more things. The next one is, as I initially explained, deep learning. Deep learning is basically mimicking the human brain. So not just it will understand, but it can decide based on past data, and it can learn. That is called deep learning. It can even learn so many things using neural networks from the past data. For example, if you give a half apple and half orange, and if you show it to the system, it can understand so much calculations. It is combination of apple and orange. It can take that level. So deep learning is subset of machine learning. It has a different algorithms based on neural networks, feed forward neural networks, then recurrent neural networks, conventional neural networks, and it also has a reinforcement learning. It's a very deep, again, on neural networks. It can understand and it can learn from the things. You no need to teach like machine learning every time. This learns by itself, like a human brains. Once you teach him, then next it will understand. Where it is used, again, it is used in image recognitions, natural language processing, and robots, self-driving car, speech recognition, and portfolio management, and a lot of share markets, they are now using deep learning to predict what is the oil price tomorrow, what will be the share price tomorrow. And in healthcare, also it is used. For example, if I take deep learning, you just think about you are the car driver or two-wheeler driver. When you go in the road, you will be seeing so many things. One is about environment, and you see the cars and vehicles around you. You see the pedestrians crossing the road. You see different symbols, parking, pedestrian crossing, no parking, and you see the buildings, and you also understand current speed of your car, where you need to go. You have this, all these things happening without your knowledge, because it's all we learned in over a year, but we need to teach the whole thing, how the human brain works, to the computer system. That's the challenge in AI. So the AI has to not only think. So someone honking behind you, you need to understand. Someone shouting, you need to understand. And if it is raining on top of it, you need to understand. If it is a traffic jam, if it's an accident, if there is a road maintenance, all these things you need to understand. And you need to understand navigation, where you need to go, in the next left or next right you need to take. You need to see the traffic signal. All these things, what we are doing, that much complex algorithms, we are teaching or we are feeding to the artificial intelligence systems, so that the cars and all your mobile applications are working. So it's a huge activity, but it's been simplified using computers now. We'll quickly see what are all the AI applications. It is used everywhere: agriculture, education, e-commerce, entertainment, robotics, automotive, social media, data security. Everywhere it is used today. We will see some major areas where we are using. If you are using Google, one or the other way, every day we are using all these systems. The Google Maps or Google Gmail. So if you go to Gmail, it understands this mail is spam, this mail is promotion, this mail is contains virus or malware, this is your primary email. All these things it will understand based on supervised learning. So they actually teach the systems. And if you use photos, Google will tell you, okay, memories, your last year memory, your 2 years before memory. It can tell you. It knows which pictures you have taken when, and which kind of applications you like from App Store. And translations. Today you can translate almost all different languages using Google Translation. If you are using any of these systems today, I think you must be using today, you are already using AI one or the other way. Same way, if you are using social media, we will discuss it later, but if you are using Google, you are already part of AI user. All those things collect data from you. It knows, the Google knows better than you. If you are using iPhone, the Apple knows better than you about your interest, about your the happiness, what you like, what you don't like, they know it. When it comes to robots, there is a Hanson robot which can talk, which can feel, which can even understand your feelings. They built it. And Tesla also building a manufacturing factory. A manufacturing factory which is completely using robots. So the Tesla cars called Gigafactory. The whole factory is very less men. The workers are be there. So it's mostly operated by the robots. Boston Dynamics. It's again huge robot company making lot of robots to help even in military use. Amazon. So you might have ordered something in Amazon. After ordering few minutes, you get a notification. It is already packed. It is shipped. It is in the way. It is going. It is out for delivery. All those things, because it is not a human based, not someone going to pick the item. The moment you order in your Amazon app, the robot will go to the warehouse and pick up the item and put it in a packaging and send it for shipping. All these things happen in AI. Very less people are working, mostly operated by robots. Bosch has a lawnmower. You no need to mow the whole, cut the whole grass in your lawn. If you teach which condition and which area you need to move. It will automatically cut the grass at specific times, and it will, once the charge goes off, it automatically goes to the deck and get it recharged. And same way, even a lot of robot vacuum cleaners today in home use, it's going to automatically clean at certain intervals. It will teach, it will automatically find out the obstacles. It will move around your house. It learns your cleaning habits, and it will automatically learn when you sleep, it will go and automatically clean and keep it ready. Second, healthcare, as I already mentioned, a lot of nursing assistants and image analysis, because in the medical field, it's a huge topic, is analyze the various reports, x-rays, MRI scans. This is heavily used. It can even avoid a lot of human errors. It can predict very clearly. Drug discovery, a lot of AI companies are working on COVID medicine to find out the drug, and medical diagnostics. We can even AI assisted robot surgery also happened in many places, and drones to move the human organs from one place to other place, and fraud detection and medical risk prediction based on your past medical data. It can predict whether you are allergic to this, whether this medicine will work for you with a combination of other medicines what you are taking today. It is also used in clinical trials. So healthcare is also second highest area where AI is used. Third one is finance. You might have seen, if you go to any banking website, immediately you will get a robot, which will say chatbot, "Hi, how are you? Can I help you?" All those chatbots, which can detect all your spending, and a lot of companies will advise on finance based on your spending and based on your deposits. It can tell you what is best, which fixed deposit is best for you, which insurance is best for you, based on your age, based on your income. It can suggest you best insurance. Not like previously, insurance agents will go through a lot of books to understand. Now the AI can help you in that. It can also currently implemented for anti-money laundering, fraud detection. If there is a lot of money goes transaction in the country, it can find out the anti-money laundering. It can find out the transaction. So every transaction what we do in NEFT or RTGS, all those systems are now built with artificial intelligence. Can identify the money given to terrorists. All those things are now able to happen in finance area. Agriculture, agriculture is backbone of India, and our country is mainly today depending on agriculture. And agriculture, it's a lot of AI tools are being used now for understanding the weather and kind of crop growth, and when to apply pesticide. There are a lot of automated drones which can apply the pesticide without you going too near to the fields. For example, Kerala is very famous for a lot of rubber industries. They are now thinking about how to reduce human and implement these kind of rubber collection from rubber trees. There is a big company working on this project. And crop soil health, when to water, whether what is the moist level in the field, when to water, what is the weather condition. There are a lot of AI applications. And predictive analytics, whether the growth is good, whether we need to put a urea, that is also being discussed. And a lot of companies, what you see here, logos, these are the companies working on these kind of AI applications. Next one, transportation, which is one of my interest field. As I said, self-driving cars, automated traffic management. So the signals will operate based on the traffic. So currently what we have, just a timer. So whether the number of cars on road, it will not take care. It will understand at 30 seconds for each side. It will open and change the signal. In future, we are going to have a AI operated traffic signals. So based on number of cars, it will adjust the traffic signals. Autonomous taxis, already some companies are running. Singapore is running one small vehicle called Nutonomy, which is already running. And without driver, it will pick you up, it will drop you in some certain tourist places. It's called a Nutonomy. You can search in Google. And the last one, Bosch built an, our company built an system. There will be a camera in the driver. A lot of accident happens in while driving due to tiredness. A lot of accident happens during early morning because the driver is so tired, but he don't want to stop the vehicle and he'll be driving continuously. It will basically understand the fatigue and tiredness from the face, and if he yawning, it will understand all those and driving style. If he's holding the steering wheel differently, it will capture all those things and it will give a symbol saying that you have to take a break, you are tired, you take 15 minutes break. So it will suggest. This is a driver assistance systems are built based on AI. It's called behavioral based on the image processing. It is used in transportation. As we discussed, a lot of virtual assistants, a lot of chatbots, Apple chatbot, Siri, Amazon Alexa, all these chatbots are based on AI and natural language processing. And all those websites, if you go to any website, there will be one bot. It will pick you, it will ask you some question, it will ask you your details, it can give you some frequently asked questions, it can answer some predefined answers, and it can do it without any people. This can do it. So virtual assistant also one of the huge areas. E-commerce, what you see, for example, when you go to Amazon, Flipkart, or any other shopping website, it will show you that, like when you buy a product, it will also show you what are all the other product recommendation, like customer also bought this. So they try to sell more based on the other customer behavior. They will teach you, okay, if you buy a printer, you can buy cartridge. If you buy a mobile phone, they will give you scratch card, they will give you headphones, and they will give suggestions for your what you call Bluetooth speakers. These all built on AI. So it is basically called a learning behavior. So if you use any of these social media, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, anyone, if you use it, all those applications are built with AI, automated market campaigns and personalized offers. If you search in flight tickets in Google, if you go to Facebook, if you go to any other website, that flight tickets will continuously come in, right? These are based on cookies, based on your inputs. They will understand what you are doing and they will push these kind of customized or personalized offers. If you say, I want to buy mobile, then immediately you will get all kind of mobile advertisement. And a lot of digital marketing happening over Facebook, Instagram, or if you use Twitter, all those things. Face recognition. So you might, when you take a photo and put it in Facebook, they can detect the faces. That is again AI using image recognition. It can tell you your friend name. If you are tagged once, next time it can understand their friend name. It will ask you to tag. And recommendation, you might meet someone as a friend. If you add it in your contacts, it again captured, it will suggest you people you may know, friends you may know, friends you want to connect. All these things, algorithm. Sometimes it will be funny, it will show you someone you may not know him at all, because it's some failures in AI algorithms. So this is and also it will remove the hateful accounts, image cropping tools. When you put a profile, you will do a lot of things. You also know you face a lot of beauty, making beautiful faces in profile photos also using AI algorithms. And Instagram uses influencers. So if you watch some kind of video, then Instagram suggests all those kind of videos. For example, if you watch some particularly one hero's movie or his tweets, then it will give you those kind of comments. If you read politics, it will give you politics. It will push all those political content to you. YouTube content filters. So if you upload some copyright content to YouTube, it will immediately, after a few hours, it will get deleted, because they will actually find out every time they run this pirated content in your content, YouTube, they will remove it. That's why people put when they put the copyrighted content, they will add the background music or they will add some logos. So you find the hateful music because they want to escape from this AI copyright tools. They want to escape from that. They will add additional music so that the AI can't understand. But they are also improving the AI to more sentimental analysis. If you comment something about the products, they can do sentimental analysis. They can understand what you are about to tell, and pattern recognition and experiences. All these things are happening around social media. So if you use any kind of social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, you are already using AI. education, important field for you people. So now AI is helping content, particularly customized content for each student. So you can't, previous our contents are basically developed for generic. Now it is smart content for everyone. You can design the content for particular user, particular student. They might be having a different kind of understanding, what do you call, understanding algorithms. So you can build those things. And today, my daughters are attending the home-based learning for last 4 months. The 30 students are there in the class. The teacher can't see all the faces at the same time. But these tools are available now. It can understand 30 different students' face and understand their feelings and body language. It can give a study to the lecturer or the resource person. Then it can tell you these are the feelings for each person. So they can actually improve their content based on that. And better skill assessment and tutor outside classroom, these are already happening. The customized learning plan, all these things are based on AI and based on the experience. And last, I think I'm already running out of time. Quickly, I'll touch, if any one of you want to build a career in AI, because AI is going to give a lot of new job opportunities in future. According to World Economic Forum, it is going to create new jobs. These jobs were not in the market earlier times. We normally in software called software engineer, business, marketing manager in the companies, finance managers. Now they're going to call artificial specialist, data scientist, data engineer, big data developer. All these roles are going to be created based on AI. So what you need to do, you need to first understand this AI basics. AI, machine learning, what is deep learning, what is data science. You need to understand this, all the fundamentals. You can enroll to AI courses. I'm going to give a list of AI courses where you can enroll a lot of free content and free materials available. You can learn in your interesting areas and get certified. There are free certifications from Coursera, from Edureka, from EDX. All those companies are doing these AI courses. Find, as I also mentioned earlier, Kerala government also launched a program. You can enroll in that and get certified. Find a mentor. You find one mentor who can try with the practical use cases. There are a lot of data sets. You don't need to train cat picture or apple picture to that. All these content available. Even NASA is giving terabytes of data freely to people who do this AI research and get jobs in future. But unlike other industry, in this industry it's growing. As I said, we are still in growing stage. You need to continuously learn. That is what this. So if you follow these steps, you get a very fruitful job in future in AI. A lot of courses, as I mentioned, if you go and search in EDX and Coursera, you get all these courses are free. So as a beginner, you can learn all these things and you can also get certifications. I will send you this slide so you can, no need to note down now. You can learn foundations of AI, how it is applied, specific use cases. If you are studying MBA marketing, what is used in marketing, what is used in HR, what is used in sales. You can understand all those courses available. There is a study says more than 6,000 AI courses available, and due to COVID situation, many courses are freely given to students who want to learn AI. And a lot of books on AI. You can read about the famous book, Our Final Invention, and Sentiment Machines, Create the Mind. Lot of books available. I will share with you this slide. You can buy some books. Some books are available in the internet as a free PDF. You can go through that and improve your AI skills. Okay, just to summarize, we learned what is AI. I just want, as I said, AI is basically making the computer systems to act like a human intelligence. Without human intervention, AI going to provide the intelligence to the computers. Types of AI, we have seen 3 AIs: artificial narrow intelligence. What is in practice today? ANI, narrow intelligence or weak AI. Second one is artificial general intelligence or strong AI, which is expected in a few years. The last one, artificial super intelligence, which is like what we see in movies. And we also learned about machine learning is subset of AI. Machine learning is set of statistical tools and algorithms to get the result from the data. from the trained data. So basically it has three types: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. Supervised learning, you get train the system and use it. Unsupervised learning basically classify the data, categorize the data or grouping the data. And reinforcement learning, basically it's a little advanced. It's called reward based learning. You give a reward, you tell the system correct or wrong, it will learn from there. Also, we learned about deep learning. Deep learning is again subset of machine learning, which will work like a human brain cells. That is what expected using neural networks. So there are different neural networks algorithm, and based on that, we are using this. And we also heard about a lot of applications, what we can use it, like from the Google to also about, we learned about healthcare, how it is used in automation, automotive, and how it is used in finance and education. And last we saw about how to build career, what are all the courses available. And you can also go to the website called ai.google/education, which provides all these whatever. I learned a lot of things from AI Google. You can get all those algorithms, how to do this with the examples, with the videos. They will explain you all these things. So they have data, example, sample data, they will provide you and teach you. And Google provides everything for free as part of their continuous learning. And Microsoft also gives a lot of free learning content, which you can use it. And with it, any questions? We can quickly go through. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Rajesh. Now it's the time for the question and answer session.
Yes.
So any participants who wish to ask questions can unmute audio and can ask questions.
So we have already received two questions.
Yes, please.
One is from Mr. Shailesh Sar of Girideepam. He is asking how AI is different from coding. Is Python the base to develop AI?
Okay. Okay, it's a very good question. AI is not purely coding job, because AI also require a coding, in the sense to train the system, to build algorithms, you need coding knowledge. But AI has many other job roles, like domain specialist, whoever completed MBA, they'll be working more on AI data analyst part, AI understanding of AI in business cases. So all the AI specialists no need of coding. They need to understand the domain. And as sir mentioned, Python is one of the language widely used in building machine learning algorithms. So we have R, we have so many other languages like Go. Go is a Google's language is called Go. Microsoft has a platform. So there are so many languages used, but widely used is Python and R.
Thank you, sir. Next question we have from Matthew Thomas. It is, what is the present level of help in the stock market activities? Is it reliable?
Okay. So, okay, unlike the stock market is always unpredictable. So they are building a lot of algorithms. So if you buy any kind of stock market apps, or there are a lot of companies and financial institutions build AI tools that will predict based on past data. They feed all these Sensex data and NSE and BSE data for so many years, and they will also feed what is happening in the current, and they will predict what will be the, that's called signals. If you are, I think if you are using, I have so many other applications, it will basically called giving signals. Okay, tomorrow Bank of India share might go up, so buy more shares. So this is basically only prediction. The prediction is based on past data and current happenings. But it is always, it will change. The 100% predictable software no one can build. So that too in finance is so difficult. If they could build, then they'll be millionaire. So they'll be doing only kind of study which they call signals. So there is a Bitcoin, there is a cryptocurrency called Bitcoin. So we have a lot of tools you have to pay. They will actually give you signals. They will tell you, okay, tomorrow it's going to go up, not tomorrow, in 2 hours. So buy this. But it's a kind of prediction algorithm in AI, but it is not always 100% correct.
Thank you, sir. Next question is from Mr. Sarun Begum. He is from Girideepam. Is it practically possible for those who don't have a sound knowledge in coding
Yes.
and all to have a career in AI and ML?
Exactly. So that's a actual slide which I presented in this one. AI is not just a coding job. So you have a lot of other jobs. Okay, in AI, it's called data consultant, insight analyst. So if I'm the salesperson, if I know sales, I'm working for a sales and I studied sales. I no need to code, but someone has to tell the systems how this is going to work. So there are a lot of non-technical jobs also associated with AI. So data analyst, he may not be 100% coder. Analytics specialist, he may not be coder. So all these insight analyst means they will give these inputs to the technical teams saying that it works in the real system like that. Based on that, they will build the system. So it's not that all the people should have a coding or technical knowledge to be in the AI field.
Thank you, sir. We have a question from one of our students, Nitin Matthew. Which
Yes.
is the most popular programming language used in AI?
Currently, widely used is Python in machine learning. So AI doesn't have a direct programming language. As I said, ML, machine learning is subset of AI. Machine learning algorithms are built using Python and R, widely used. Because, okay, first of all, Python is free and it is very simple language to learn. So people can use that. If you go to any other softwares, you need to buy license, you need to buy softwares and all. Python is an open source. They've given it free for the society so that people are using Python. And it's a simple and very easy to write code.
Thank you, sir. Participants, if you have any questions, kindly unmute and ask the questions. We have one. I think Sulu is having a question, sir.
Yes, please. Vinay can help.
Yes, I'm finding the screen of Sulu. Just a minute, sir.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I'm in Sulu. Sir, can you please check whether Sulu's video is
Video is there.
not
I'm able
right?
to see her video. I'm able to see her video.
But in my screen, I can't.
Okay. Maybe you need to scroll a little bit. Or you can also pin
Yeah,
up. So I'm able to see this. I am just pinning up so you can see her now. Yeah, Sulu, can you please ask question now? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so 1 minute. Yeah, I pinned Sulu, but I'm not getting her. I'm not getting her video on my screen.
Okay. I'm sharing my screen. If you see
Yeah.
my screen.
Okay. No. Now it's fine. Now it's fine.
Okay.
Now it's fine.
Can you repeat? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, as you said.
Yes.
So if I have any doubt in AI, that's
Yes.
you said before that
Yes.
we can ask doubt to the system, as we
Yes.
are trained before. If the system have any doubt that I thought before, the system can self ask any doubt if the system is not getting the what I trained the system is not getting the data clearly. If the system can ask me as that I have a doubt, or if I can ask, if can I ask a doubt to the system? So how could I teach you, or how could I train you?
Yes. Understood. It's a very interesting question. For example, if I train all the fruits to the system, and suddenly I show some chakka, for example, which is not, I never shown chakka to my system. Suddenly I show that jackfruit. Will it identify? It will not identify because it will tell this I cannot understand. So we can also say that it's always called a failure. So it says this is new for me. Then it can put it in a separate database saying that I want to understand about these things. So this is possible. They can do that while developing it. So car is doing same thing. For example, I take a car, I will learn all those traffic signals and about my area. And if I drive the car from one country to other country, so basically the system will not understand that country's traffic signals. So when we develop a software for Germany, it will not be working same thing in France, sorry, in India. So we need to train the system. If it is not available, system will not answer anything. So it might send you that saying that I cannot understand.
Sir, can you I think Sulu's internet connection is buffering. She's telling me to stop for a minute because he's not getting the video properly.
Okay. So I will just tell you one. So this is the system.
Sir. So you can continue, sir. Yeah, it's now good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
we can continue with the traffic signal.
Yes, traffic signal. So if I drive that in a different country, so the car can't understand that country symbols. So what car will do? Car will not able to understand all those signals. Then while developing a system, we will put it into that. It's called a study. Then it can say that I cannot understand this. Then it will alert you saying that I cannot drive. So that is what we build the system. Then I need to switch the settings to India. Then the car can understand Indian symbols. Then it will understand. So if the car is actually driven in a completely new country, which is not understood, then car will give you feedback. It is called, one of the learning system called feedback-based learning. So that's a question she asked. So if the system doesn't know, then it will learn from every time. That's where the deep learning try to do it.
Sorry for the interruption. Sulu asking, if my command is not understood by the system or the AI application, is there a possibility to respond that I could understand what you're saying, or I could understand what your command? Is there any possibility?
Yeah, I will show you one example. I don't know whether I can do it quickly. It's called IBM Watson Assistant demo. Okay, this is one kind of chatbot, Watson Assistant from IBM. So, for example, this is a system which I will type something like, how are you? Okay. So it can tell you, for example, for credit card system, I have to select which card I am looking for a result. Then it can tell you, okay, you want to do a payment for this system, it is due. Then I can say, today you can do the payment. Then it can tell you how much you need to pay. I can say, for example, instead of putting a number, if I give dot, then it will tell you, we need information, continue the steps. So it will not go beyond that. You need to type a number. If I say something like this, then it will say, I can't understand. I'm not sure what you mean. Please try phrasing your question. Still, I'm in training. I need more time to help you with credit card queries. So something you give the data to the system, which is not which is not trained, it cannot do it. Okay, that's where we are trying about neural networks. It can be even learn from the basics. It can do the decisions. So this is basically an example. If I type something which they can't understand, then they can't respond. So they will tell you that I can't help you now. Can you please rephrase your question? Can you please ask? For example, if I ask some question to Siri, it will always say, I'm afraid. I cannot answer. That means that particular device or the AI system not trained for that purpose. Okay, simple. If you ask any very critical questions about some sensitive topics to Alexa, it will tell you, the Alexa Echo will tell, I'm not, I'm afraid, I cannot answer. You see, this is the Alexa, if you ask question which is not trained, it will tell you, I'm afraid. So in the future, you might find this, what do you call this, looping, basically feedback loop, then it can take and do it, but in future, not today. It needs more time. Okay.
Yeah, I can understand.
Okay, thanks. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I have one more
Yeah,
doubt.
please. Yes.
It's
Please.
Sulis here. I have one doubt. But you, as you said, the AI can rectify, or AI can understand the weather conditions, like rain or sunny, or how could
Yes.
they understand the weather condition?
It takes data from the different servers. For example, if you see in mobile app today, if I see a weather, how I'm just taking it from some servers. So same thing, the system will take the weather from those servers. So it will just take the system from the data and it will tell you, okay, it is cloudy, then it will feed into the system. AI needs different sources of information. So what is the time? Then it will take from the different systems. So yeah, it will not have its own information. So basically, when you say AI system, the source is coming from multiple systems. So as I mentioned, car, in the self-driving car, you need to know Google navigation, where to drive the car, and you need a weather, and you need traffic signals. You need to understand various things and to build an AI system. That's why it's so complex here. Okay. Is it okay?
Yes, sir. I'm checking. Double checking with Sulu. Yeah, I can. I understand. I understood.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Any
you,
other
sir.
questions, friends?
Yeah, thank you, sir. One more question. How could we get a mentor after studying a courses based on AI?
Yeah. So basically, we need to go through the LinkedIn, LinkedIn.com. LinkedIn is basically a website where we get all those experts available across the world, where we can get connected. It is similar to any other networking site. I think most of you already might be using. 1 minute. So if you go to LinkedIn website, go to LinkedIn. So you can get all the people, even if you want to search, there are a lot of companies in Kerala itself doing this AI. Then you can search for your, become a user in LinkedIn and you will find so many AI experts. You can able to search the network, search your people, for example, with the artificial intelligence. You can follow all those, 1 moment, it's very slow. You can search in LinkedIn. There are so many different domain experts, AI experts are in LinkedIn. So they will help you. Like if you search artificial intelligence people, you can get connected to them. They are from different universities. They are from different companies across the world. So I have around 970,000 result. So either they'll be reading AI. For example, this person, I don't know him, but he is a natural language and machine learning expert. He is data science consultant. So like this, you get, so he's, all these people are from different companies. You can get connected to them. They'll be, there are a lot of people ready to help you. They will also help you with the real use cases and you can get them connected. Okay. This is around, I think first time search around 9,47,000 people are there in the across the world. So,
Thank Thank you, sir. One last question.
Yeah, please.
It is from Dr. Monica. If AI predicts stock market share prices,
Yes.
then there will be prediction for all AI users with different prices forecasted by analysts. So don't you think the function of market itself is failed?
Yes, that's where the AI market today, it's not highly used for this kind of individual gain. So that's called ethics. So when we build the systems, we don't build okay in Sensex and in the NSE BSE. What we have is called the bull market. So if you go to Rediff Money, so they will give you suggestion today. So money.rediff.com. If you go today, they will tell you what shares you can buy. This is also, they have a kind of analysis. Then they will tell you, if I go to any particular share, for example, this is growing, then they will give you what are the gainers. If I go there, they will also tell you that whether it is hot, so hot or cold, whether I can go for buying. So each bank, HDFC and moneycontrol.com, all these companies are using AI to predict. But still, all these things are prediction. So this will not send you the same information to all the people. You may not customize to buy all these things. So it will ask you what kind of investment you are looking, how much amount you can invest, and which shares you want to put it. You want to invest in steel, that is commodities, or you want to invest in IT companies, you want to invest in pharma. So this will ask you all the questions based on your past transactions. It will give you suggestion. So it's the engine is built like, it will not just like a flash news. It will flash, okay, today all buy, for example, ONGC share. Then what happens? The whole share market and the whole set of users will buy ONGC. So what happens then? It's become a bull market. So they don't do that. It is based on your customization. That's why they say that it's called signal. It is not a prediction. They call it as a signal. We will give you signal, but again, you decide.
Thank you, sir. Last question. Do you think overdevelopments in AI and ML will make people lazy?
Okay, people lazy is it will not, because okay, it is going to help the people, and the aim of this AI is reduce the repetitive task. So, for example, if in the manufacturing plant I have a thousand, for example, 1,000 workers are working, and if you introduce AI so that I can get rid of all the workers, no, still you need a people, but people can put the effort on more innovative things. They can add value into the value added things. For example, they no need to work and clean the same machine. For example, if someone want to do the bolt, they no need to just mold the bolt for 8 hours continuously. That's a repetitive task. It is not going to add any value to him, nor to the company, except just making the bolt, and he can make mistakes with human error. So basically what we are giving more space and more repetitive tasks to this kind of AI, and we get a backseat and we will work on the value added things. They can think what are the other innovative products they can make. So this is what the industry want to do. But always in the companies, the business is focused on money, profit. They need revenue. So they will focus on how to reduce the production cost, and it's basically it's a cost versus the profit market, or it's called cost leadership or product leadership. So the companies want to always into both. I want to give a best product with the cheap cost, not cheap cost, less cost than my competitor, so that I can make more revenue. So it's a business.
Thank you, sir. Last question. Although I'm telling last question, more questions coming
No
up.
problem. You have time.
Yes, sir, last
I can do
question.
that. Yeah.
What are the typical jobs related to AI for MBA students?
Yes. So, okay. One moment. I'll go back to my slide for a minute.
What are the typical jobs
Yes.
related to
So
AI for MBA students? Yeah.
a lot of students are working on this insights. So insights data consultants. So in our place, the MBA students were working on understanding the user behaviors because they will understand sales and market, how it works, so that they can actually help these development teams. They will be like, they will understand the business and they will explain the business to the technical people. If you see the jobs, what I listed here, for example, data scientist. The data scientist no need to be a technical person. He can be who can understand the data. For example, I have the data of 10,000 people who bought products from Amazon. Then I don't need a technical knowledge, but using an systems, I can understand what kind of user behavior. So what they are doing. For example, when we go to in the online shopping websites, we go to website and we select the product, we add to the cart, but while coming to the payment, we will quit. There are a lot of studies, 90% of these people quit before clicking the buy button. Okay, so why they are quitting? So what is the behavior, user behavior? Those kind of studies, the user experience, and also the data consultancy. With this data, what value I can make, what business I can make out of it. It's a huge, like a haystack. Getting the needle out of haystack is very, very difficult. So these MBA students and the business students, basically it's not just an MBA, the business students will understand the business and they will explain that to the technical teams, what they need to build. So it's called business analyst. That's the biggest job, what they do in most of our project. For example, if they study MBA banking management, they know what are the processes in banking. Then they will understand what is the user behavior. Then they will explain the teams, AI teams, what to build. So those kind of called insight analyst. So those kind of jobs, most of the jobs, except the AI specialist, all those jobs it's a neutral jobs between technical and non-technical. That is business people.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite Mrs. Nania for your vote of thanks.
As we have come to the end of this webinar, I would like to express my gratitude to all who have participated in this program. First and foremost, let me extend my gratitude to Reverend Father Varghese Tharamuttom OIC, Director of Girideepam Institutions, and also Dr. Jayachandran C, Principal of GBS, for their wholehearted support and guidance to make this webinar a reality. We were really fortunate and honored to have Mr. Rajesh Karthik, Senior Program Manager, Robert Bosch, Singapore, as a speaker of today's webinar. The session was really informative regarding the topic artificial intelligence. Despite his busy schedule, he agreed to take up this session for us, and we are really grateful to you, sir. I also thank Mr. P S Vinayachandran, renowned sign language interpreter, for his willingness and cooperation he showed for making this program successful. I also take this opportunity to thank all my faculty colleagues, especially Dr. Roshni Philip, Academic Coordinator, and Mr. Monsi Kuriakos, Assistant Professor of GBS, all non-teaching staffs, especially Rifas Ramzan, students of GBS, especially Mrs. Sulu Naushad and other colleagues, all other dignitaries and participants for accepting our invitation and join this webinar to make it a memorable success. Once again, on behalf of GBS, I thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you from my side, and thanks for everyone for arranging the session. And I try to at least give a short overview. And
okay, thank you once again.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Vinay. Thank you, Vinay, for accepting. And
thank you, Raj, sir.
Thank you, everyone.
Shall I leave, sir?
Yeah, please. Thank you. Thank you all. Bye-bye. Thank you.